He messaged me and he was just like, hey, can I talk with you? And my heart knew, nope, like something is not right. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so happy to be talking to you guys. I feel like I haven't done a sit-down video in a pretty long time because recently all my videos have been more vlogging type, and I hope you guys are enjoying them because I think they're really fun. Today I'm going to be making a video that I wanted to do a little bit earlier, and it's basically a 2017 year recap. The good, the bad, the ugly, the amazing. I'm going to give you guys all of the juicy details about things I've never talked about. Just a year recap, also for myself, because I would love to come back to this video someday and just watch it and just see how my year went, and then like how we progress in the future with next year. I made a little list on my phone, kind of going through every single month of the year and telling you the big stuff that happened. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so January. I think the biggest thing that happened in January is that I got my first car. And it's something that I thought would never happen. I bought my 2017 Honda Civic EX and I love it so much. I've officially had it for a year now. I also never thought I would have gotten a red car just because, I don't know, it's just like not me. But now that I think about it, I think it is me because I love fun and color and all of that stuff. Never doubt yourself because literally anything in this life is possible. This is just like a little example, but I was looking at Patrick Starr's MAC collection, and it's just insane how years ago he was working at a MAC store and now he has an entire collection at MAC. Like, anything is possible, like literally anything. The sad thing is though, I only had my permit when I got my car, so I didn't get my license until later, but I'll get to that in this video. Okay, so in February, okay, I started struggling with acne so bad, you guys. I made an entire video about how I got rid of my acne, and I'll link that video down below. Like, I have before and after pictures of how it used to be. Like, my cheeks were completely covered and it was just so bad. Like, I've never experienced so much self-esteem issues because of my acne. I just remember I didn't want anyone to look at me because I knew I had like caked on makeup and you could see everything. I'm also very oily, so all of it just melts away. It comes back sometimes and it stays and it won't go away. Just eventually ended up going to a dermatologist and I got like acne medication and acne pills and all of that stuff, and it just wasn't working. And it's to a point now where it's so much better. Like, it's so much better again. And I think it's due to the fact that I stopped taking all of that. And also, I'm gonna be a little bit TMI, I've always had an irregular period, and I think that's what also makes everything inside me like go crazy, and that's why I had a lot of acne, because it's just not on a regular cycle. And how I felt with that affected entirely how I felt, and I just, it was bad, but finally it's been a little bit better. I can probably make a whole video about like my acne struggles. This whole year, I know a lot of people say this, but it really was a year of just like finding out really who you are and like learning about yourself and all of that. I also feel that way. And ever since I was 15, I was in a long relationship, and then I kind of stepped too quickly into a new relationship a few months later, and I didn't feel like I rushed it because it felt right at the moment. But that relationship did not last long, my second relationship, and we ended in okay terms. Not as bad as my first one, but it was still bad terms. But it was still to a point where I kind of just like forgave the situation. I forgave him, and I was still kind of there if he ever wanted to talk to me. So it wasn't like we hated each other and we never talked. Like, no, it was just like randomly he would message me and I would answer. In March, I was in Colorado. And I remember these things just because for some reason I'm always on a trip when stuff happens. I was in bed and he messaged me and he was just like, hey, can I talk with you? And my heart knew, like, nope, like something is not right. He told me I cheated on you when we were dating like half a year ago. I kind of just stopped, and it didn't hurt me in the moment. I was just more, it's not that bad. It was to a point where I've experienced so much bad stuff in the past where like this wasn't that big of a deal to me because I'm like, well, it's happened before. Like, what you gonna do? Of course I was upset. Not again. Why does this happen to me? What am I doing wrong? What? I just couldn't believe the fact that my first two relationships in life ended up being unfaithful. And I just always remind myself, Like whenever I feel heartbreak, I always remind myself, Giselle, you've gone through something worse and you were okay. You're gonna be okay now. And that's honestly like the only thing that really keeps me from like breaking down. Just reminding yourself like you've gone through worse and you were fine then, you're gonna be fine now. I was just confused at the fact that why would he tell me months later, but he just told me, you know, he felt bad and kind of wanted to clear his conscience, which I completely understand, and I respected the fact that he told me. It did affect me as a person, feeling that insecurity again, like, am I not good enough? Am I not this? What did I do wrong? This, and it's just to a point where if you know you did nothing wrong in your relationship, that you were honest, that you gave it the best you could, and you were just kind in general, it is not your fault if someone cheats on you. You cannot force anyone to do anything. Like if someone wants to cheat on you, they will cheat on you. You can be the most amazing, most beautiful, most gorgeous, most talented, most anything in this world. It has nothing to do with you or anything that's wrong with you. It's just they do not value you as you deserve to be valued. Whew. So yeah, that's kind of what happened in March. I was just like, oh, I'm over this, not again, please. But really, like, life is so unpredictable. I remember before dating anyone, I was like, oh my gosh, I want that fairy tale relationship where it's like the first one and everything is beautiful and magical and all of that stuff. And it wasn't that way, and it's not the end of the world. Like, there's still so many amazing things and so many amazing people, and it doesn't mean that it's not out there for you and that it doesn't exist. It was just not the right person. I will say though that he was very genuinely sorry, and I did accept his apology, and like everything's good now. I'm not a person who like, what's that word, who like holds his grudges. Now to April, I finally got my license, finally started driving by myself, and then also in April I went to prom. I went with my friend Robbie. His promposal was super cute. If you didn't watch it, I'll link that down below because we got it all on video. Prom was super fun. It wasn't what I expected at all because our school is way smaller and it just wasn't as like extravagant as like what I saw my friends were doing, but it was still really nice. I was with my best friend, so that's really all I needed. And before I forget, you guys, Robbie finally has his own channel that he uploads on, so I'll link that down below. If you guys want to go subscribe to him, you definitely should, so make sure to click that link in the description box. In May, I graduated from high school, and I also graduated with my associate's degree at the same time. I have a video all on that as well, so if you're interested on doing the same, I'll have it linked down below. I loved my last 2 years of high school because I was at a different school and it was amazing, and I met so many people. Oh my gosh, I met so many amazing people. I honestly like loved going to that school, and it was just so worth it in the end. In May, I also started dating someone new. We dated for a little while, and I was just going through like my own personal things, but we did end on good terms. But yeah, it was very short, so yeah, that's why you guys like never met these people. This is just a little fun fact, and it's something that I've never talked about before, but I got to do, well actually no, I did talk about it a little bit on Snapchat. If you remember, let me know, you're a real MVP. I had 2 Skype interviews with MTV. Basically, I got an email and MTV was saying, we want to put you in like the next promposal episode with you and Robbie for like next year, but it would be you asking him this time. It didn't end up happening, but still a really cool opportunity. And then the other one, you guys, like I'm not kidding, I got another email from them and they were telling me like, you're gonna have your own show, you're gonna have like your own little group of friends, and that's what the show is gonna be based upon. Even though it didn't happen, I'm still extremely grateful, and it was such an experience. In July, you guys, let me talk to you about this really cool experience. Again, I never really talked about it much on my channel, but if you have me on Instagram and Snapchat, you saw this. I was up in episode dude for like 2 seconds, and it was so cool. So if you guys don't know, I am with Univisión Creator Network. They basically, you know, have their little connections, and so for Premios Juventud, they wanted a lot of YouTube creators to say different categories for different awards, and so they told me, send us a video of you saying these categories and you might be selected for it. So I went ahead and did that. I like recorded myself saying the categories they asked for. I don't know if I'll make it, nonetheless, still a really cool opportunity. And so I didn't know if I was gonna be on it at all. I was watching the show the day of Premios Juventud. I was watching the show, and it was more towards the end, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't think I'm on it. So I was in my room. I don't even know what I was doing, but I was in my room, and then I started getting like all these Snapchats and a text message from my cousin like, Giselle, were you on TV? Were you on Premios Juventud? Shut up, shut up. People started sending me Snapchats of like Giselle, is that you? Is that you? Is that you? And I had to go watch it online. Like I had to go rewind it and rewatch it, and I saw myself, you guys. It was crazy. Like it's literally like 2 seconds, and I'm with like 3 other YouTubers. I was on TV. What? And oh my gosh, it was just such a cool experience. If you want to see it, it's on my Instagram. It just makes me so happy. Like seriously, like just the opportunity makes me so happy. Okay, now let's go into August. August, I turned 18 years old, the big 18. I was on a cruise, which was my first cruise ever, which was really, really fun. I want to go on another cruise again. But I vlogged that whole thing. Again, I'll link it down below. I celebrated with my friends before I went on the cruise, and then on the cruise is when I turned 18. And it was just so much fun having all my friends and my family there. And yeah, I'm 18 now, which is crazy because I started my YouTube channel when I was 15. So definitely, I honestly feel like you guys have seen me grow as a person. In September, I started college again, and then I also started applying to universities, and I got accepted to UTD, which is where I currently go. In October, nothing really major happened, nothing that I can really recall, so I'm just gonna move to November. November was definitely a crazy month. Oh my gosh, it's just like, just hear me out, you guys. I knew eventually one day this day was gonna come. So I met up with my ex. If you saw my story time, a lot of you guys were asking, have you heard from him since? Did he say anything? Has he watched it? Yes, he watched it, and he had a lot to say about it. He asked to talk to me, and I agreed. I would definitely say he did not see me to apologize for anything. It was just more to tell me his side of the story and what he didn't like from my video. But in the end, we just had a conversation about things. In the beginning, he was like, I never cheated on you, and I'm like, are you serious? None of the things that I said were considered cheating to you. And he was just kind of defending himself, which I mean, I completely understand. Like, nobody wants to be in the wrong, nobody's gonna admit to things like that, but I was just still like, really, it's been so long and you still don't think, like, it was just, yeah. And then finally he just admitted, like, I did cheat on you and I'm sorry about that. And I told him, like, it's alright, like, it's been a long time. And we just had a regular conversation towards the end. We were just talking about life and what was new and all of that stuff. But I will say that it wasn't what I expected at all. I want him to succeed in life and be happy, and I'm just very grateful that we got to talk in person and kind of settle it out like adults, you know, like humans with feelings. In the end, like, I swear you guys, like, we're good. We were talked, everything's good. He's telling me about his life and how everything's going good for him. I'm like, oh my god, that's amazing. And yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about that. Okay, also in November, I got accepted into my university. Also, a fun thing that I got to do was go to the Latin Mix Live concert, which was my second concert ever. And it's also when I started talking to Christian, which is my boyfriend now. And I don't want to give too many details about this because I think it would make a really fun video where we could both talk about it. We haven't been together that long, but again, you guys, if I was not confident in our relationship, I would not be showing him to you guys so early. I'm very happy with everything so far and how it's going. Trust me, you guys, whatever you are looking for, it is out there. My camera died, what's new? So I'm just gonna save my outro here. That was my 2017 year recap. It honestly ended amazing. And even though there are ups and downs, like, you just have to remember, like, everything will always be okay in the end. So if whatever situation you're going through right now, whatever you are feeling right now, this is not the end, and everything will get better. And if it's not okay, it's not the end, okay, you guys? Let me know your experience with anything that I've talked about in this video. I definitely feel like I've catched you up in my life. Oh, and one thing that doesn't have to do with me, but more with my family. As you guys know, I've talked about it a little bit in videos and stuff, but my mom was diagnosed with thyroid cancer. And it was so scary, you guys. Like, the beginning was so scary. She had to have surgery. She is doing a lot better now, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who said some really, really nice things to her. Thank you so much. Life is just crazy. It's crazy. But things will always be okay in the end, like, trust me. But yeah, okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you're new here. Let's reach that 100,000 super soon, and I will talk to you guys really soon. Bye. Pero voy a robar tu beso que te recuerde